All right, thanks for taking the time to meet with me today, Strat. Appreciate it. So you know a little bit about us as Eastern Idaho Shuttle, and we'd like to just kind of know a little bit more about LNI, the situation you guys are in, kind of what you're looking for.
Absolutely. So we're looking for some buses, obviously. That's why we're coming to you guys. We've heard that you guys are the best in the business.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Kind of our needs that we're looking for is we have to shuttle our employees back and forth 7 days a week. We lose a lot of money if those shuttles aren't running on time, and that's why we wanted to work with you guys. And we heard your kind of your reputation, right? We've been looking at a couple others, but it seems like you guys kind of stick out from the competition. But yeah, we need those buses 7 days a week. I'm looking for 5 buses that we can get up and running. Obviously, if we can do like the best bang for our buck, right? I was curious on as far as pricing points, kind of duration of contracts, and what you guys look for as well.
Okay, perfect. Before we get to price, I just want to make sure that I can just understand the interests and the needs of the company, and just kind of make sure that we're a good fit. So you mentioned that you're going to be shuttling employees. Is there anybody else that you would perhaps be shuttling? Maybe some clients as well, or
yeah, clients. We have like high executives that come and tour our facilities quite often, so that's why if we can do, because you guys, what packages do you offer, right?
Yeah. We'll go a little bit more in depth in them, but we offer a deluxe package, which is the more premium bus. And we have the plus, which is just a little bit step down on the standard, which is just your basic shuttle bus.
Cool.
Okay, perfect. So you got some clients you'll be taking as well. You mentioned high executives. And I would imagine that productivity is something that's important for your company.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Would you say that being on time is something that's important to you guys as well?
Yeah, I think the most important things to us is obviously, you said being on time, because we have deadlines we have to meet.
Right.
But as far as like fuel efficiency for the buses as well, we have requirements that we have to work for. So seeing if we can make that a good fit as well. What kind of, what are the specs on the buses that you guys have as far as efficiency?
Right, perfect. So the deluxe bus, like I said, that's more of the premium bus itself. And this is probably something you'd want to use, for the routes that you're going to have the executives on. We've got the seats basically reclined to an almost sleeping position. So if you're picking up some employees early in the morning or something, they need to catch some Z's on the way into work.
That'd be awesome.
Because you mentioned you need one out in Pocatello. It's about a 2-hour drive from Twin Falls, where your guys' headquarters is.
Absolutely.
Both the Plus and the Deluxe have onboard Wi-Fi. So that kind of fits into that productivity that you were mentioning, as far as maybe the employees actually be able to continue work on that 2.5-hour journey or whatever. Comes fitted with USB and wall plugins. And the coolest thing about the Deluxe is there's actually a way that you can turn around the seats and essentially create a mini conference room.
That's great.
And we've got TVs in there that we can help hook up for Skype calls, video calls, things like that if that's necessary.
When you're talking about creating those mini conference rooms, is it partitions or anything, or what kind of privacy?
We could definitely add that in. We can put in a curtain for you guys.
Great.
And then also there's a mini fridge that's on the Deluxe buses.
Hey.
So it's something that you could have some cold drinks there for your employees if they need maybe some food. I would imagine that we're taking the employees from point A to point B, but then at the end of the day, you got to take them from point B back to point A. And that's maybe somewhere where the fridge would come in handy. They could leave some food after water or something.
Yeah. Great.
And we know that you guys are a green company. You got to make sure you're in compliance with government regulations and things like that. We're proud to say that all 3 of the packages that we have are within government regulations, so there's no issue there. The Deluxe bus is not the most fuel efficient, but it is definitely you mentioned the more bang for your buck kind of thing, and it will appeal to those high executives that you were mentioning earlier. The Deluxe buses run for about $3,600 per day.
Okay.
And the Plus buses run about $3,200 per day. They have a little bit extra seat room. They got the Wi-Fi and the plugins, as I mentioned, and it's a little more fuel efficient than the Deluxe. but it doesn't come with the mini fridge, doesn't come with the ability to turn those chairs and create kind of a mini conference area there. And then you have the standard, which is just the standard shuttle bus. That's $29 per day. It's a comfortable bus. Doesn't have any Wi-Fi. It's got small armrests, no plugins. It's the most fuel efficient of the three. And like I said, it does meet those government regulations.
Awesome.
So with that being said, do you have any further questions regarding the features of each of the buses or things?
It seems pretty straightforward as far as the features go.
Okay, perfect.
Have you guys had, I guess, clients of this magnitude before? Having,
Yeah.
I guess, this demand, I'd rather say.
Yeah, no, we've had some clients who've needed like 15 shuttles for a couple months, but we are always looking to create a long-term relationship and contract with our clients. That way we can build off of it and further grow both businesses.
Awesome. Yeah, we definitely look forward to that. What's kind of like the time frame for you guys if say we needed these tomorrow? Would you guys be able to do that, or what's the timing on that?
Yeah, we depending on the type of bus, we could get any of the 3 buses to you done in no more than 3 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks. That'd be great. And then as far as like, I guess maintenance packages and the buses performing, if one goes down, obviously it affects us a ton. What kind of like warranties or anything that you guys offer?
Yeah, perfect. So if there's anything that's damaged on the bus that's due to any of your employees, obviously that's something that you guys are liable for.
Okay, yeah.
But we keep up with the maintenance as well as if there's anything as far as, we like to be transparent. We like to, take care of you guys and you'll take care of us kind of mentality. So if there's anything as far as bonus and discounts that we will bring into play if that does happen, that will help you guys out as well.
Okay, how so?
Yeah, perfect. So if a bus is late, we're going to go ahead and take off $500 for that one day. And then if the bus breaks down, we do have more buses on standby. And then it'd be the same thing. We give you $500 off per that day.
Okay. That's not so much the pricing, I'd say,
Right.
That we're worried about. It's more like getting the people to the location.
To the site, right?
Yeah, because in the grand scheme of things, it's not too much, right?
Right.
But getting our employees there so that they can work is, I think, more important to us.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we do have those buses on standby.
There you go.
So as soon as we get a call from our driver that says, hey, this bus isn't working today, we'll just set them up with another bus and they'll be on their way.
Awesome, cool. And that's kind of like unlimited, just
Yeah.
your guys'
Yeah,
agreement.
we'll always have buses on hand.
Awesome. That'd be great. And then what's kind of like the standard time frame for you guys' I guess, agreements?
Yeah, so the majority of our contracts, we'd like to get them about 15 years if possible, because we do admire that long-term commitment and relationship like
Right.
we mentioned. But of course, there's some flexibility there if that's something that you guys can't do at the time.
Yeah, I think we definitely like to see how it goes. Obviously,
Perfect.
a 10-year or 15-year contract is
Right.
kind of heavy right off the
Right.
bat. As far as like pricing goes, are you guys flexible in pricing as far as duration of contract as well?
Correct, yeah. So there is a direct link to the amount of discounts that we're able to provide with the tenure of the contract.
Okay, which is?
Right, so from the
So if we want,
8...
yeah, I was going to say if we want to do like a 5 to 10 year contract.
Yeah, so from 5 to 10 years, that's going to be about a 5% discount to about a 7% discount.
Okay.
And then anything above 10 years, we can get a little bit higher with that discount.
Okay. I mean, we definitely like what you guys are doing. You said you can get those buses to us very quickly. Realistically, 10-year contract, what's that kind of looking like?
So for a 10-year contract, it also the discounts do also depend a little bit on the type of bus. So which kind of bus are you looking that you're more interested in at this point?
I'd say definitely the deluxe buses.
The deluxes?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be great because it sounds like it's the best of the bang for your buck.
Yeah.
You're saying.
Yeah. Okay, so 5 deluxe buses. Let's see here how much 5 deluxe buses would be with no discounts. We can move from there. Okay, so 5 deluxe buses. That's going to put you about $18,000.
Per day.
Yeah, per day. And how does that look as far as kind of the budget that you've been given?
It's a little over our budget. That's why I was curious about the duration of the contract and
Perfect.
the discounts that you guys could do.
Okay, perfect. So if we were able to say, let's say, if we could do a 10-year contract, if you're able to do a 10-year contract, I could offer you 5%. I could offer you 5%, which would bring the 18,000 down to 17,100.
17.1. That's a super good price. Still out of our range.
Okay, what's the kind of range that you're looking for?
What I can get approved is, let me see real quick. Yeah, what I can get approved, I have to get more approval, I guess, to go over it. It's 15.5.
Okay.
If we can get anything closer to that, I think we can kind of move forward with the deal.
Okay. Okay, so I think because we can't cut back too much in the deluxe buses because they do come with more amenities. It's a little more costly.
You got a business to run, I got a business.
Exactly. So what if we did some sort of mix of the sort? Let's say we did like 3 deluxes, maybe 2 pluses. And I could give you that 5% discount that we mentioned for those pluses. And I could get you, push that a little further. And I could get you 8% on the 2 pluses. So if we went with 3 deluxes at the 5% discount and 2 pluses at the 8% discount, that's going to put the total, still a little bit more than what you previously mentioned, but it's going to put the total to about 16,148.
If we did the mixture of the two?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. I think that sounds great. I think the only issue is we do need all of the same buses. Just as far as that goes. I guess is there anything else we can work out to make them all the same buses to get closer to that number?
I wouldn't be able to get 5 deluxes down to 15.5. I could probably lose my job if I did something like that.
We don't want that.
Yeah, we could get 5 pluses if you'd prefer to do that, but like I said, you're losing a lot of the ability to kind of make that mini conference room and essentially kind of boost that productivity that you were mentioning earlier among your employees, especially with those high executives.
Right.
Let me ask you this, is there any location that the executives might be coming out of more frequently than others?
I think Pocatello, because that's where the airport is.
Okay, so maybe, because how many, you need, let's see, you said you needed 3 for Idaho Falls, right?
Or, sorry, Idaho Falls is where the airport is.
Gotcha. So you have 3 for Idaho Falls, and you have 1 for Pocatello, and then 1 for Rexburg. Is that correct? So, if you have your executives coming out of Idaho Falls, it might be worth it to actually do a mix of the sort and have 3 deluxe buses stationed in Idaho Falls, and then just kind of have the 2 pluses in Pocatello and Rexburg. That way, whenever your executives are flying in or whatever, they've got that capability to hold those conferences and keep that productivity that you were mentioning earlier.
I think that might work.
Okay, perfect. So, if we are going back to the 3 deluxes and the 2 pluses, with that 5% on the deluxe and the 8% on the pluses, that still leaves us at 16,148. Is that still just a little bit too much for you guys?
You said 16,148.
Correct, yeah.
If we can get to 16, I think we have a deal.
Okay. You know what? Let me see here. So what I can do for you, we'll keep that 5% on the deluxe, and I'm going to bump that discount for the pluses up to 8%. So I'm bumping you up 2%, and that'll bring the total down to $16,020. Does that work?
I think we can. I think we can manage with that, right?
All right. So.
And that's a 10-year agreement.
Yep, and that would be for the 10-year agreement. And then at 10 years, we can do a reevaluation as far as if you guys want to keep going with us, customer satisfaction, things like that.
Great, perfect. I think anything else that you guys needed from our end?
Not at this moment. I'll go ahead and get the contracts drawn up and sent over to you guys.
Perfect. Pleasure working with you.
All right, thanks, Trent.
Hopefully they recorded.